So, welcome everyone to Carrington this afternoon. Manchester United is mourning the loss of Sir Bobby Charlton, one of our greatest ever players and a giant of the global game. Please be upstanding and join us in a minute's silence in memory of Sir Bobby. Thank you. We'll now proceed with the pre-match press conference for our UEFA Champions League game against FC Copenhagen tomorrow with Erik and Diogo Dalot. Let's start with Samuel.
Erik, it's obviously been a difficult couple of days for the club. Coming here, CAF on reception and worked at the club since Sir Bobby Charlton was a player here. What's the atmosphere been like among the squad and the staff at Carrington?
As you say, Bobby was a legend, a giant, not only for Manchester United, but for in Mondial football. And so his legacy was, so what he left were the standards, the high standards we have to live here every day. And of course, first of all, our thoughts are with his family, with his wife, with his children and grandchildren, but also so what he meant for Manchester United, the importance for Manchester United, the standards he set we have to live. The last couple of days they were emphasized.
And just turning attention to the game tomorrow night, are you likely to have any players available back from injury?
Yes, we hope. I said it also last Friday. Sergio, so he got ill for Saturday, but so he was fit. He trained all week, last week, and yesterday he was for a part back in training. Today he will train, and then we have to assess if he is ready and game fit, or if he can be involved in the squad. So we have to wait for that.
What prompted that development for him to be available?
We have to see if he is fit enough to be part of the squad for tomorrow.
Simon.
Erik, is it easy to kind of put the emotion of tomorrow to one side and concentrate on what is a really, really important game for the football club?
Yeah, of course. We are professionals, and it's our job. But you can't ban emotions, but use the emotions in the right way. I think Diogo did very good last Saturday, and he scored a goal. So in the memory of Bobby Charlton, I saw a goal from him. I think it was on Wembley from distance, and like Diogo did. So use that in that way.
Diogo, for you. Clearly, you don't know Bobby Charlton, you would never have seen him play, but you're aware of the impact of what's happened has had, not just on Manchester United, but football as a whole. How does it feel for someone to say, like your manager just said, score a goal that's as appropriate on Saturday as yours was?
I mean, first, it's a big privilege to when you combine Sir Bobby's goals and they relate to one of your goals of your own. I think it's always a privilege to hear that something like that. But I was fortunate enough to get to know him since I arrived to the club. He was always there after the games with us, no matter if we won the game or if we lost the game. He was always there to be ready to give you a word of appreciation. Sometimes he would even say that we had to play a little bit better, but that just represents the standard of this club and the standard that we wanted for this club. And I think this is something that we have to look back and see, okay, if legends like this got the club to win the best titles, the best games, scoring the best goals, we have to follow those steps, and he was definitely one of those that you should follow the steps.
Okay, one over here. Sky.
Diogo, talking about legends like Sir Bobby, obviously, you know, growing up in Portugal, I suppose Eusebio is probably regarded as the legend of Portuguese football. The pair played against each other in that '68 European Cup final. How aware were you of what Sir Bobby Charlton was, what he represented as a player?
I mean, it was something that individually, when I arrived to the club, I always tried to know a little bit more about the history of the club, whether if it was close history or even a little bit more longer history. But hearing about Sir Bobby was something that you had to add that no matter what. If you were here for one day or if you're here for several years, you obviously know him. And this type of, like I said, this type of legend is something that someone that you should follow. Not just the impact that he had on the club, but I think for English football, for world football, he was an example. And for someone like me that likes to follow good examples, he was definitely one of those. And it will be present on me for the rest of my career.
And Erik, can I just ask you about the game tomorrow? Given the state of the group, is it must win against FC Copenhagen?
We have to win every game, but if you see the group, yeah, if you lose the first two games, yeah, and definitely you have to win, yeah.
James.
Erik, obviously a disappointing result against Galatasaray, but one of the positives from that game was Rasmus, Højlund's performance, scored two excellent goals, very different goals, up against his former club tomorrow. Do you feel that game offered a glimpse of that sort of the real potential he has, and they're the sort of moments to sort of whet the appetite and excite United fans about what might come in the years ahead from him?
Yeah, so first of all, we have to work on our routines. He's not so long. He misses pre-season. He misses the first 4 games. But I think from the moment he came in, he gives the team a lot. But when the routines, so when the combination, when the cooperation will be better, I think that split moment will give him more time and make better decisions and to score more goals. But I think, the goals you reference on against Galatasaray were definitely 2 brilliant goals, and as well also the one in Munich. But I think he's a player. He will be always in scoring positions in our team, and I'm confident. As well as for Marcus Rashford, same. They were always in every game when we do as a team do what we have to do. They will be always in scoring positions, and then it's about finishing. And I think when you analyze all the games so far, we have seen that they are in scoring positions.
Okay, one from the Danish media.
Yeah, thank you. It's a question for Mr. Ten Hag. Christian Eriksen hasn't started a game since the 20th September, and against Sheffield United, he started out on the bench, even though Casemiro was out with an injury. Erik, how far is he from the team, and is he just not good enough at the moment to start a game?
Oh, definitely, but he take part in every game, and you see his importance when he's on the pitch, and then he has a big influence on our team by creating, and it's a great player. It's a brilliant player, and he's very important for our squad.
And just to sum up, and just the reason why he's not starting then.
Oh, we have many good players. We don't have a squad with 11. We have a squad where there's internal competition, and in the back we have some struggle to line up. We don't have so many numbers, but in the midfield department there's a huge competition internal in our squad.
Thank you.
Rob.
For Diogo, you obviously won the last 2 games. I just wondered what the sense within the squad was about the start to the season so far, and whether you think that it's been a bit of a turning point these last 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, I think every game for us is it's an opportunity to show that we want to build confidence, we want to build momentum. Obviously, when you win games, it's easier to get that confidence, and we have shown that in these games when you probably don't play the way that you would like to play, you have to find a way to win, and I think we've shown that we have that quality. We have fantastic players that can show up and turn up and give us what we need to win games, and I think we have to use these wins to build this momentum and build this confidence for the next games.
Jeremy at the back.
Would it be a really fitting tribute to Sir Bobby for from the team to actually win this game tomorrow night, given it's the first one at home since he passed away?
I didn't hear the first part of your question.
Would the perfect tribute to Bobby be for the team to actually win the game tomorrow night?
Definitely. And first we want to win and to tribute Sir Bobby Charlton, but also you want always to do that in a certain way, and that is what we are aiming for. But it's not always possible. In football, sometimes you don't play that well, but then still you have to find a way to win. And so I was happy Saturday that we could show tribute by a win, but also the way we scored that second goal.
Another Danish question.
Yeah, another question from Denmark. Erik, Rasmus Højlund, he plays against his former club tomorrow. Do you sense on Rasmus that this is going to be a special match for him?
You don't. When you have a little bit so empathic ability, then you know it's a special game for him. He grew up there in this club, and then you know he will be highly motivated. But that's for me, for the team, but especially of course for him to send that in the right direction, the right balance.
Beth.
Erik, I just wanted to ask you, Martial and Højlund are both excellent strikers. Martial's link-up play is very good. Have you ever considered playing them maybe together rather than a lot of the time they're substituted for each other?
Yeah, it's possible, but they can play together. So far we didn't do that in games, but I can see that they can play together because Anthony Martial is also able to play from a side.
And Diogo, can I just quickly ask you as well, brilliant goal at the weekend. It was very similar to the one that you scored in Las Vegas in pre-season. Is that something that you work on in training, or does the manager just tell you to get forward when you can? Like, what do you think in your mind when you're getting forward for Manchester United?
Yeah, something that definitely we work on, because we train that especially for us to get a balance on the team when the ball is on the other side, to try to have a good rest defense, and in that moment that was the position for me to be in there, because I believe Souf was a little bit more on the left, so that is the kind of position that the opposite fullback has to be to balance a little bit more the team. And then, like I said after the game, is something that I think I can do it from the distance, scoring goals. I remember the one like you said, the one in pre-season against Dortmund was very similar. So I've just tried to score, and I was fortunate enough to do it. Yeah.
Chris.
Hi Erik, just wanted to ask you, what kind of atmosphere you're expecting at the stadium tomorrow, and as a coach, how can you harness that to your advantage?
I think it's always special every night on Old Trafford, and the fans are always so behind us, so this is a strong bound. Remember the last game, the home game against Brentford, even when the game is not going in our direction. They stayed behind us. So in difficult moments, and in moments where it's adversity around Man United, and the fans are still with us, and we are with the fans, and we are fighting together. So definitely tomorrow, after passing away from Sir Bobby Charlton, their hero, their legend, their giant, I'm sure there will be even more a very emotional evening. I expect tomorrow night. Yeah.
Last question, Ken.
Erik, you've been asked about a tribute in terms of a victory tomorrow night, but do you see Sir Bobby's spirit as something that can be an inspiration for you to go on and be successful this season and repeat some of the success you had last year?
So he is in front of Old Trafford with Dennis Law, with George Best, and he's always with us, and they are always a huge inspiration for us every day, so in every game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.